What's up, guys? We're back on the 70 today. I got the drill hooked up to the tractor behind me here, and we're gonna get beans planted in the big bottom plot. We got all the stuff we need to get those fenced in, so we're gonna get after it and see how it goes. We are back on the 70, and it is planting day. It is the afternoon of Friday, June 12th. And we have some real world Gen 2s soybeans right here. Got the Genesis hooked up, so we're gonna get our big bottom plot planted. Looking forward to getting this knocked out. I know we may be a little late, but just with how things kind of transpired over the last month or so, it's just ended up being how it is. So we've gotten a lot of rain the last 2 nights. So I think with drilling these beans in, there should be plenty of moisture in the ground to get some solid germination right off the bat. So looking forward to that. And we do have a little bit of rain coming over the next few days too, so we should be timing it pretty nicely. Like I said, gonna get the big bottom plot knocked out. So I'm gonna get the seeder filled up with these beans and we'll get after it. Well, we got the drill loaded up with beans, and this big bottom plot here is probably only 3/4 of an acre. So we will have to fence these, but I'm gonna get the Genesis rolling here. We'll get these in the ground and then get that fence up. We're almost wrapped up on planting. I have a couple more passes left with the drill, and it went well. I wanted to get into the specifics on my strategy there. So first off, I'm sure some of you guys are curious on the spraying. So what happened this spring is I had my neighbor, once again, shout out to Mark, he came in and dissed this field for me because last year at this time, there was so much, and you can see here, there's still remnants of what it was here. It was pretty thick. So I had a mulcher come in, he mulched this all down, and it's finally starting to take shape. And I mean, the soil is pretty solid here. I have not sprayed yet, but I'm gonna come back here probably in a couple weeks and spray then. We'll hopefully have germination then, and these real world beans are Roundup ready, so I'll be able to get glyphosate on those and hopefully knock all those weeds back. But I had the Genesis set to 1 inch depth, which is fairly common and regular for beans there. And I actually went a little bit heavier just because we are fencing, so hopefully they won't get a lot of browse, but I'm hoping to have as much tonnage here as possible. So I went 75 pounds an acre on those beans. So I'm pretty confident, and I mentioned it earlier, but there's a fair amount of moisture in the soil right now. So I'm confident that we'll get decent germination right off the bat, and we got rain coming the next few days too. So we're gonna finish up these passes and then get going on the fences. All right, so just getting these T-posts prepped for our corners. And what I like to do, it may be obvious, but some guys only run 1 T-post on the corner. And what that'll do is you can still run, and this will make more sense when we show our fencing method, but you can still run 2 strands, but we actually have 3 strands, but 2 widths there. But with the corner here, I like to go 1 on the inside, 1 on the outside, because when you do a singular corner, you connect the wires there, and that's an easiest spot for those deer to hop over. So I like to do 2. We're gonna do a set here, a set in the middle, 2, 3, 4, 5, probably 6 sets of twin T-posts, and we got some shorter posts we'll probably put in the middle, but I don't even know if we'll need that because this field is fairly small. So we're gonna get these in and get going on the fence. All right, so we just got those corner T-posts in, and now we're gonna go around and put our T-post insulators on. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna run, for now, I'll do 2 thin strands of wire on the outside, and then I'll put a thicker strand on the inside, and the outside strands will be hot. So we'll get these insulators on and start taking this wire around, and then we should be good to go. I just got those insulators put on the T-post, and we're gonna tie up our 2 outside strands and get that all the way around, and we should have enough, and then we'll do that thicker strand on the inside, like I said. So we're gonna get going with the outside. All right, well, we got the lines up, and now we're gonna go around, and we just have these flimsy plastic posts or stakes that we're gonna put in just to, I mean, it's pretty tight as it is, but these will just tighten it up a little bit more, and then we'll widen it where we need to. But overall, it looks good. I was really happy with those corner insulators that we used, and yeah, it looks nice. So we'll get these posts in, and then we will hook up the solar panel and get that rolling and get it hot. So we're almost there, and so far so good. So it's about 5:30, and we just got the Energizer hooked up to both the outside strands of the fence, and I have not felt it yet, but I'm gonna try and let it get energized a little bit, and then I'll make sure that it's hot. But that should do it. The fencing overall went really well. I know it's definitely a process to do it, but in our experience, it's worked out great. And especially last year, I just fenced in those brassicas that I had planted in late August, and compared to the portion outside of the fence, the portion inside the fence just did really, really well. And especially with a food plot on the smaller side of things like this one is for trying to get soybeans in, we really did not have a choice not to decide to fence it. So I'm hopeful that it'll pay off, and my plan obviously with that was to get beans in, and then depending on how well they do, definitely overseed or drill in brassicas later on this summer. And I think that should just provide a ton of tonnage to this field and hopefully turn out really, really well. So that's overall a wrap on today. Really big success, and days like this obviously make it fun when you can get planning done and get those beans drilled. And yeah, overall it went well. So I need to get back up here in the next couple weeks to get things sprayed, and things are greening up, especially or specifically those shrubs that we planted are looking really, really nice. So we want to do a full-on walk around just to see what things look like greening up. I know even a couple of those apple trees that we pruned, I picked off a couple smaller apples off those. So things are coming along nicely, especially for being 2 weeks into June here. So now all we can do is hope for some rain. Like I said earlier, it looks like there's a little bit in the forecast, and we've gotten a bunch the last couple days, so the soil should be pretty damp, and these should germinate decently. So as always, really appreciate all you guys watching, all the insight and recommendations, and as I mentioned, we'll be back up here in the next couple weeks, and we will see you guys then.